Hey, how's it going, everybody? BurntBrian here, and welcome back to another Whatever Wednesday. Like Forrest Gump said, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get, and that's kind of like what today is. It could be a vlog. It could be a review that I just wanted to put out. I couldn't wait till next week. You never really know. But today, we're just going to kind of shoot the shit like we normally do. This has kind of been my favorite way to replace the Talking Tuesday series. Just my chance to crack open a beer, talk about what's going on with the channel, future of the channel, things like that. So today we're going to be taking a look at some Dos Equis. I've had many of these in a bottle. I don't think I've ever had a giant can like this. So we've got a big 24-ounce can. We're going to go ahead and pop the top on that before we jump into some topics. Might have noticed the background's a little different. I have been making some changes here. Of course, this is kind of just a rough go. I still have some improvements to make. I really don't know a whole lot about lighting. I do have 3 lights aimed at me, but I got to try to figure out how I want this all to look in the future. So I still have to play around with some things in here, but anyway, we're making some progress. So thank you so much for joining today and tuning in. I hope it's after 5 o'clock here on the East Coast. I'm not sure what time you're watching this, but if you're an adult, you're over 21, it's past work time. Crack open a beer with me and join. Cheers. Oh yeah. That is always a very relatively smooth, easy drinking lager, I think. So jump into this. I know if you've been following along, I have. Again, I'm going to keep mentioning this at least because I'm only in, I think, the second week really of doing full weekly schedules, of trying to maintain a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday schedule. I have been pretty consistent with that. Really been trying to work on my website. I'm updating it every time I put in a new video. I'm uploading it. And updating all my details on my website as well. If you haven't been over there, go to www.burntbrian.com and click on the burn notice, send me your email, and I'll make sure to send you weekly through your email a list of, recap for the week. There may be some behind the scenes stuff that you may be able to see through there that I'm not going to share with everyone. Some of the behind the scenes stuff will be just kind of put in where you have to have the link. You have to be able to click on it in order to watch it. So we're going to do all that here in the near future. Again, I'm still trying to ease back into doing these videos again. And as I mentioned in the beginning, I used to just have the tapestry on the wall behind me. I'm really trying to change that a bit. So now you can see I've added some floating shelves behind. I've got a case up there because I'm going to start adding some of my knives that I've got. And some of the ones that I plan to collect here in the near future, though I'm no expert, I'm no knife collector or anything like that. I do have a couple mystery boxes coming with some knives that we will be opening here soon. It's probably not going to come this week, so more than likely, this may be what takes place next Wednesday. I might do an unboxing for those that come in. I think I got 3 different boxes, 3 different types of knives, from butterflies to the OTH out of the handle kind of knives, and I think just some regular premium knives. So really looking forward to that. Those will probably go up in the case. Even if they're not worth a whole lot of money, it'll still be nice to have them on display. On the shelves behind me, you do have some of the hot sauces. I am going to make some, changes here and there. That's just where I'm temporarily storing them. The background will contain these shelves. I'm going to extend them out. I'm going to put a few more on each side going down so that they're longer. And I'll just continue to add to the background here and there as the channel grows, as new stuff comes in. We'll update the background accordingly. And I think so far it looks good. Let me know down below what you think of it so far. Again, I know the lighting may not be great in this video. I still have a lot to learn about how to set up these lights where I'm not, blinded the entire time as well, and to where the background looks nice. Of course, the only things that I have that are really collectibles are up top there. They're the Star Wars 40th anniversary Hot Wheels collection that they had. I got those back in 2017. I think my mom got me for those, so I've been keeping those. I do have other collectibles that will eventually start rolling out and possibly hitting the shelf. But for now, this is the best we got. I've saw a few other videos where people were doing something similar, and I got tired of just having a bored static image in the background that was just a generic, tapestry that you could buy off Amazon, where I bought mine. So anyway, that's updating. That's coming along pretty good. I'm making progress on some of the different video types that I'm working on. So Techie Tuesdays. Yesterday I did a Brio box unboxing, which was just kind of taking a look at all the products that you can get if you order one of their mystery boxes. That video is doing okay. I've had Brio Box reach out. They saw the video, so hopefully they'll share. Maybe some more people will watch it. It'll get spread around, get a little more view time. But average view duration on that was good. It was a long video, and I still had almost 9 minutes of average view time, which is pretty decent. So even though people were skipping around, they were still watching it for the most part. And for Techie Tuesdays, there is going to be some improvement. So I'll throw up a little video so you can see the progress that I've made on the virtual pinball table. I've been working with the OBS software to try to get it set up to where I can showcase some of the visual pinball tables, the VPX tables, as well as Future Pinball and some of the others. There's some great ones, especially by Terry Red on the Future Pinball one. I know he's working on, I believe, a Silent Hill, which I can't wait for that to come out. His Masters of the Universe is one of the best tables that I have that's on Future Pinball. But anyway, I do look forward to kind of sharing some of those with you guys here in the near future on Techie Tuesdays. I don't know how I'm going to evolve that series. I know it's going to be a look at all the different pinball tables. It's going to be eventually I'll have the OBS software on my retro machine so we can take a look at some of the classic games. Maybe I'll go over some of my absolute favorites from each console that I have, because I have every game that there ever was. So I'll be able to look at all of them. I had every console growing up from the Atari 800, I think is where we started. So I had the 800, the 1200, 1400. We had everything going up to the disk drive. And then, of course, we jumped right into Nintendo and Super Nintendo. I had every console going up to modern day consoles. I pretty much stopped sometime around PS3. I think maybe right after PS3, I stopped doing consoles, and I was pretty much just strictly a PC person. Because if you're going to play video games, PC is the way to go. You can always upgrade your hardware instead of upgrading an entire console and then having to buy all new games for an all new system. Anyway, that's coming along. Really, Techie Tuesday should start evolving a little bit. I'm looking forward to sharing more of that content, because I do have a passion for retro gaming and virtual pinball in general. I mean, I'm such a pinball fan all around anyway. And so when I started to get into this virtual world, it blew my mind. And again, I've said it in previous videos. I wish my dad was here to see what all you can do now with virtual pinball. It's just amazing. If I say virtual pinball one more time, I'm going to go nuts. Anyway, let me take another swig out of this. To recap this week, of course, Monday I did a video where I smoked a 10.5, well, it was just about a 10-pound bone-in pork shoulder, and I slow smoked that for right at 10 hours. I did it at 250 degrees. I wanted to do 225, but I was starting it late when I was cooking it, so if I'd have done that, it probably wouldn't have been until 11 o'clock when we actually would have ate, because I started so late. It would have probably been closer to a 12-hour cook time or even longer. So I did the 250, got it done, and I took a look at Smokin' Jay's signature sauce. We did his smoky chipotle rub, and then I had 2 of his barbecue sauces, his mustard sauce, and blackberry sauce, which was really good. It was an awesome, almost reminded me of some kind of like a Kansas City style sauce. It was excellent. And so I've been having fun. I really don't know where I'm going to start taking those Munchy Monday videos. I'm probably going to start trying to work with some of the local restaurants here in town. I have a couple really awesome ones that are, they're mom and pop places that do an amazing job. And if there's any way I can, interview and talk with them, and at least share some of their staple items from the menu so that people can see, and share that with the local community, put it out on Facebook, word of mouth. I'm sure people would watch that. They want to, know what's going on in their town, what the best places are to eat. We're a small town. Keystone Heights is very small. So, news travels fast around here. We are, slowly growing, which sucks because we're not getting the right things in. We are still seeing surprisingly some good mom and pop places pop up. But I'm also seeing some corporate stuff. Like we lost Popeyes because Popeyes went bankrupt. And I think all of the, or at least one of the, I don't know if it's a franchisee or something that owns a ton of the Popeyes in Florida. They all went bankrupt. So many places have been shut down, like in Stark, neighboring cities. The one we had here was only open for maybe a year, I want to say, maybe a little bit longer than that. Now it's gone. So we have no Popeyes. But right after that goes away, they open up a Zaxby's. So another corporate big chain. And, honestly, I used to like Zaxby's a lot when I was younger. And, I would always go and get their, I can't remember what the spicy sandwich was they had with their chicken fingers. And their salads are really good. You get a whole lot of lettuce. It's a big, bowl. But there's something about the chicken, man, it's overly salty. Every time recently when I've got it, I tried to get their new quesadillas. It just tastes like salt. It's just overly salty and not all that good. So, we really haven't been going to any of the corporate places. We've been trying to stick to, our Brooklyn Boys for Pizza and Whisk Cafe here in town and a handful of others. We don't really do Cedar River that much anymore. You get burned 3 times or so, and that's about it. I'm not going back to those places again, but who knows? Maybe I'll give them one more chance. But though, so I'm trying to figure out what to do with the Munchie Mondays. Oh, I do have Universal Yums, some kind of snack pack that they sent out. Last time we got Poland, so I wanted to check it out, see if it was cool. We got one from Poland that contains a whole bunch of snacks from that part of the world, and they even send you recipe books. So if you want to try cooking some of their specific meals, like Polish meals, I can't remember which ones they put in that book. But, I thought that was a really nice touch that you don't just get a bunch of snacks from this country. You also get, a little guide on how to make some of the food and a history about all of the snacks that are in that box. So far I've been happy with Universal Yums. It looks like the one that was paid for this month and should be shipping out here very soon is going to be for Japan. So I think I'll probably do something with that. Maybe we'll take a look at all the snacks in the Universal Yums. We'll look at the Japan one. And I did sign up for a subscription for that. So each month, hopefully each month, one of my Munchie Mondays will have to do with the Universal Yums until I get tired of paying for that subscription service. Because everything's a subscription service now. It's hard to get anything if you just want to try something. Oh, you have to sign up and then you can cancel at any time. And, if you forget to cancel, then you're getting charged again and again and again. So hopefully we'll see how it goes. But that's what I'm doing with Mondays and Tuesdays. Wednesdays, as you know, are like this. Thursdays, I'm going to start really doing some more Bartesian cocktails. Still, it's my absolute favorite thing in the world is the Bartesian. Well, not my favorite thing in the whole world. My favorite thing for alcohol is the Bartesian. It literally is your robot bartender. It's as simple as 1, 2, 3, popping in a capsule, choosing the strength you want, and hitting the brew button, and you've got an awesome cocktail. So I'm going to start taking a look at a few of their different ones, sharing them, because I should share things that I'm really passionate about. And that thing, everyone who's come over has been truly amazed at the flavor and the quality of the drinks you get that come out of that thing, and how easy it is to keep up with and maintain and clean, and not having to keep a ton of mixers and sodas and all sorts of juices and things in the house to make a variety of cocktails. You just need the liquor and the little pods that they sell. So I'll start looking more into the Bartesian stuff. I think tomorrow I do have one coming for a local winery here in town. It's in Hawthorne, Florida, I believe, Island Grove Wine Company. So I actually bought a can of wine, which I've never heard of or seen before. I've had bags of wine and boxes of wine, but I've never seen a can of wine. So I did a video of that. That'll be coming out tomorrow. I think that's about it for the week. Sundays are fine. I've been doing a couple hot sauces so far. I've done 2. I'm going to move away from Lucky Dog. I did 2 of them and I tagged them, and I was kind of hopeful that they would share the sauce on their page or stuff, or I would get some feedback, but I didn't hear anything back. So I think maybe the following Sunday, I do have 1 or more of those sauces probably right back here on the wall. I'm going to put that off for a little while. I'm going to jump back over to, I've got Coastal Daddle from Swindle. That'll probably be this weekend. I'm not sure yet. Swindle sauce has a lot of great ones. But I do have some, what side? This side. I've got Pepper Ninja. So I've got 4 of his. I'm going to probably end up taking a look at one of those. And I do have 2 hot sauces from Smokin' Jay's. So I may try to take a look at both of Smokin' Jay's sauces in one video. We'll just kind of have to see how that goes. I haven't really done 2 sauces in one. I usually just try to keep it to one. But, I don't know. This whole YouTube thing's crazy. It's like trying to get the timing right. How do you get people to watch your videos? Are you engaging enough? Are you entertaining enough for people to come and watch? There's just always all these questions on how to form stuff. Are your videos too long? I can see the average view duration. I can see all these statistics. So, but I just don't have time to really make sense of it and try to create something. So I just do what I do. And if you like it, then that's awesome. And I appreciate it. but there's really no over the top characters with me. I'm not trying to make some, ridiculous personality that's over the top to share with you guys. It's just me. It's always going to be open format, how I am. I tell it like it is. I'm not, in real life, if you knew me and you hung out with me, I cuss a lot more in person than I do on videos. That's because, you got to keep your videos somewhat clean. So in case people stumble across, but sometimes I like to shoot the shit and cuss a little bit here and there, Anyway, let me take another swig. If you've made it this far, we're already, 15 minutes in. So thank you so much. You guys are the diehard or the core of this channel, the people that are actually still watching all the way through to this point. This one's for you. Cheers. And actually, you may start seeing, some more videos coming out. I may start doing more of 6 days a week. It really depends because I do have a lot of stuff to share, a lot of content to share. So I may just take one day off. Saturday may be my one day where I can really edit, film, and do some other things. But, I think I'm going to start bringing out my Fuck It Friday, my F It Friday, I should say. So that way I can start sharing a little bit more. If I have 2 hot sauces in a week I want to share, I could do that on a Friday. And just kind of, but I don't know. Then that kind of screws everything up. You want specific review videos to be on that specific day. So really don't know how I'm going to do everything, the logistics of stuff. But, there are more content. There is more content that I'd like to share in a week than just one video. And it's hard to upload 2 videos in the same day. I don't think a lot of people would watch 2 videos of mine, at least not right now. If I were to start getting more followers and more people watching, then maybe I could do 2 in a day and people would be okay with it. But, I don't know. I got to work on my whole format. I will say AI has been really helpful. It's helped me. I've been using Grok in particular. It's really helped me with getting my website in order, working on SEO links, working on, I've tried to tag and link everything to Google Analytics and AdSense and all that stuff. So I'm really going to start focusing more on how to market my channel, market, my videos, my content, all that stuff, and hopefully start drawing in more of an audience. I've been seeing it slowly creeping up since I've been doing regular videos every day, and so that's awesome. Hopefully that trend can continue as the weeks go on and, the YouTube algorithm starts seeing that I am regularly putting out videos almost every day of the week. Maybe it'll start cluing in on that and, we'll start drawing in some more viewers here. But really, that's about all I had to share. We did go to the fair last week for a short time, but I had a bit of a stomach bug that day. So, all I did was ride on the Ferris wheel, which was fun. I had a really good time with that. We walked around a lot, looked at all the different vendors. It's amazing to me because the Clay County Fair used to be really small, but it had a bunch of rides. Now it seems like there really aren't that many rides. There's only a handful of them, and there's way more games and food booths than anything else. I mean, a shit ton of food booths. Everywhere you walk, there's pizza on a stick. There's hot dogs, chicken on a stick, turkey legs, all these. And there were some pretty interesting creations that I wish I would have been able to try if I wasn't feeling bad. The fried deviled eggs. They had some really cool loaded mac and cheese and loaded French fries and tater tots and things that would have been pretty cool to try and maybe do a video for. But it was just crazy there. So next year we may go back and I'll try to plan a little bit better. I'm looking forward to, I think there's some food truck rallies coming up where there usually is a pretty large turnout. So maybe I'll go check out some of those as well for upcoming stuff. But yeah, man, that's about it. It's been really fun getting back into making these videos again. It gives me something to do. I've been, just kind of stuck in the same routine working, and I work from home now. So, every day it's the same. I'm in a small little office. I have no windows in my office. I do have my door open into the hallway and stuff. So, there is some fresh air coming in there. I have a door that I can open up. We're waiting until I get a fence around the backyard and I have a little deck built out back, and then I'll be able to just open my door and pretty much let cool in air, nice air and sunshine in all the time. But, I just kind of sit in that little dark room all the time, working on my computer. And then after work, I'm sitting over at my other computer, and, it's like you get tired of just seeing the same stuff all the time. And I've been playing games, and that's fun. just really wanted to get back into this again. I had so much fun making YouTube videos all those years ago, and I've really been wanting to find a way to get back in. I guess I just was so unmotivated for years. And then now I'm finally at a good place. I got everything settled financially and just work-life balance and all that stuff. And, you know, now I want to, see what this is all about and get back into it again. And, I'll put up a little video here so you can see as well where I'm at, the little room that I'm in. This is my workout room, but I've repurposed it to also be a studio. So right here, right next to me is my giant treadmill, my Nordic Track treadmill with a huge ass screen I got on it. And I pay for iFit membership so I can do walking on there. I am trying to get back into exercising. I've been really bad with the whole winter time in the last year and the last year before that in general, but I am getting back into it. I'm making progress. Right in front of me here is a squat rack where I have light mounted here and lights on other sides. I've got a rack full of dumbbells over there, and I've got universal weights. I've got the Olympic weights and then the smaller weight plates on a rack over there. We've got an exercise bike, a bench. This room is small, but I'm making do, with the space that I have. I'm double utilizing it, and it's not too bad if I actually want to exercise and work out. Just have to move a few things. I have the floor marked so I know where everything's supposed to go. If I want to put it back up and, after I exercise, I can quickly set things back up for video production. But that's why I try to film, a week's worth at least, or sometimes 2 weeks worth of videos, so that I really don't have to stress or worry about, constantly every day rearranging and then filming. And, it's just the best way to go about things is to try to have stuff pre-filmed, pre-planned. And then if something major comes along or you have something awesome that's really exciting that week, then you just bump the video that you planned to share that day and, put it out another day. Yeah. But, anyway, things are really coming together, and I'm excited about the year. I hope you're excited. I hope, you've been happy. To my subscribers that have been around forever. I've gained 5 or 6 so far in the last week or two, which is awesome. We're getting close to 1,800. I would love to get to 2,000 subscribers here before the end of the year. So please share my videos. If you enjoy what you watch, you enjoy seeing me, my personality, and the content I put out, share with your friends, get them to watch, get other people involved. I would love to have, some more viewers. I'd love to interact with everyone a little bit more. And we're going to do some live streams real soon. I think maybe that's what I can do. Like maybe next week we could do a live stream, and we'll see if anybody joins. I don't have a lot of traction right now and a lot of a following, but as long as a few people pop in, I'd be happy with that. So anyway, I think we're getting close to wrapping up this video because we are now at 23 minutes. I want to try to keep it under 30 as best as possible. But I do love these long form videos. I love just being able to talk to you guys, to the viewers, and hopefully here in the near future, we'll interact a little bit more and some live content. It is what it is. Anyway, if you've made it this long, again, cheers. I am not a proficient beer chugger. I am not someone who can just relax the throat and chug down beer, so I can't get it all down like I would like to. But that's it. That one's done. Again, thank you so much for watching the video. I really appreciate you guys joining these long form videos, following along. If you liked this kind of video, you like this content, be sure and give it a big thumbs up. Let me know, let the YouTube algorithm know that this is something people should be watching, and you do that by hitting that like button. If you're new, subscribe so you don't miss out on any future content. Again, I have a weekly schedule where every day of the week, just about, I'm putting out a new video of some kind. I'd love your feedback on all of those. So definitely subscribe to not miss out on future stuff. And of course, if you're wanting to leave some comments, that's what I'm here for. I love chatting with you. I love interacting with people who have similar interests as me. It's why I do these videos. So drop some comments down below. And again, thank you so much for watching. You guys are awesome. I guess I'll just end this with the usual. Stay toasty, my friends. We'll see you in the next video.